Today we're going over the 5 best exercises to build muscle. This is a list of if you could only have 5 exercises for the rest of your life, you should do these 5. These 5 exercises are exercises that are going to build a strong, functional, well-balanced physique. And with that said, they should be in your program somewhere throughout the week. So by doing all 5 of these exercises, you're going to build more muscle, build more strength, and just build a better, more functional physique. Now, before we hop into the list of the 5 best exercises to build muscle, one of the biggest components of building muscle is making sure that you're looking at your nutrition and that you're in a caloric surplus so that you can add new lean tissue. Muscle tissue doesn't just come from nowhere. In order to build new lean tissue, we need to be in a caloric surplus and we need to be eating more calories than our body's burning so the body can build new muscle mass and build new tissue. So by making sure that you hit a caloric surplus and that you're constantly in a caloric surplus will allow you to build more muscle and see better progress. And if you don't know how many calories you should be eating, you don't know how many carbs, fat, protein that you need to be eating to build muscle, I left a link down in the comment section below where you can go fill out a form and I'll send you back your macros that you need to be eating to build muscle for free. I'll tell you how many carbs, fat, protein that you should be eating to maximize your benefits and maximize your progress in the gym so you can build more muscle mass and see more progress. So after you're done watching this video, make sure you click on the link down in the comment section, fill out that form, and they'll send you back your macros for free. So the first exercise on our list of the 5 best exercises to build muscle is none other than the deadlift. This is an exercise that you can overload. It has one of the most potential overload for compound exercises. It is a great way that you can build strength, build muscle throughout the entire body. Deadlifts are overall just a great exercise that are going to train so many different muscle groups and really allow you to consistently overload, which is going to help you build more muscle and force your body to make progress and build more muscle down the road. The deadlift is really going to strengthen the hamstrings, the glutes, the quads, the forearms. It's going to help you build core stability and core strength. And overall, this is just a great exercise that you need to be doing in your program. I personally prefer to pull with a conventional stance, but there's nothing wrong with pulling with the sumo stance. What I always tell people is find what's comfortable for you. You may do both at the same time, or maybe you prefer one or the other, but I would try both of them, see which one you have a natural kind of inclination to, which one that you naturally like more, and stick with that one. The biggest thing with the deadlift is we want to make sure that we're progressing from week to week and that we're trying to overload this exercise. One big mistake that I see a lot of people make when they do this exercise is that they really try and move as much weight as possible, or they don't primarily focus on using the legs to pick up the weight. And when this exercise is done properly, this is a great exercise to strengthen your legs. When this exercise is done incorrectly, this is an exercise that can really have a lot of potential to injure yourself, injure your back, and keep you from making progress. So make sure that you're doing this exercise right. I have a full deadlift tutorial. I'll leave the link to that down in the description below if you're interested in checking that out on how to perform a deadlift properly. The second exercise in our 5 best exercises to build muscle is none other than the Bulgarian split squat. This is an exercise that if you are trying to build bigger legs and stronger legs and really have balance from right leg to left leg, making sure that each leg is as strong and as big as the other, this is an exercise that has to be in your program. And if I could only have 5 exercises, this one is definitely in my list of 5. This is a great exercise to strengthen the quads, to strengthen the glutes, to strengthen the hamstrings, and is a really good exercise to allow you to train unilaterally so that you can make sure that each leg is as strong as the other and that you don't create muscle imbalances. The Bulgarian split squat is just straight up a hard exercise. Like, this is one exercise that a lot of people will skip, or they'll maybe cut sets down. So maybe they're supposed to do 3 and they're going to do 2 instead, because this is just a hard exercise. But if you're trying to build muscle, you have to give your body a stimulus to grow and a reason to change, and this exercise will definitely do it. What I always tell people is try to focus on finding a foot position that's comfortable for you. Try to squat as deep as you can. So make sure that you're not doing partial Bulgarian split squats. The beauty and the magic of this exercise comes from range of motion and really squatting as deep as you can on each exercise while putting all the emphasis on that front leg and really isolating that leg. You can change the emphasis on this exercise by changing your foot position. So the wider that we start to go and the more forward our torso angle is, you're going to train more hamstrings and glutes. The closer your stance and the more upright your torso is, the more quads that we're going to start to train and really bring out that portion of the leg. So that's the beauty of this exercise. You can really modify it and tailor the exercise to you depending on what portion of the leg you're trying to grow. The third exercise, and this one has to be in there. This exercise is a classic, and like I said, if I could only have 5 exercises for the rest of my life to build a strong functional physique, this one is definitely in there. This is the pull-up. Pull-ups are such a foundational exercise and have such a high potential to build muscle, and they train so many different muscle groups. The main mover of this exercise is going to be your lats, but other muscles that will also work include the biceps, the rear delts, and are really overall going to train all the different pulling muscles that we have. The beauty of this exercise is there's also a high potential to overload. So over time, body weight pulls are going to start to get easy. You can start to add weight. You can start to add eccentrics. You can start to switch up your grips. There's a lot of variation and progression that can be done with this exercise. And that is the biggest thing that we're trying to find when we're trying to build muscle, is we need to pick exercises that we can progress at from week to week. Because if you do the same exercise and same reps and the same sets every single week for a year, your body's going to get used to that program, and it's not going to build muscle and it's not going to build strength that you want it to. Pull-up is a great exercise to really help build back width, help create a nice strong back, really help it build a strong pull. And if you only have 5 exercises for the rest of your life, this one has to be in there. There's so many different variations of this exercise you can do, including chin-ups, neutral grips. Like I said, you can even do things like where you slow the tempo down on your reps. You can do L-sit pull-ups. You can do all sorts of different exercises with this, and that's really the beauty of it, is there's so much variety that you can add into your program so that you can keep making progress. The 4th exercise on our list of the 5 best exercises to build muscle, you knew this one had to be in there somewhere. This is the bench press. The bench press is a classic exercise, and it's just one of the most foundational exercises that you can do when you go into the gym. This is a great exercise that you can overload, and then you can add weight from week to week, which is going to be a huge factor in building muscle and building strength. And this is a great exercise to target the chest, the triceps, and the shoulders. Some people prefer the barbell variation of this. Some people like dumbbells. I would say that you can't go wrong with this exercise, whether it's a flat bench press, an incline bench press, a barbell, a dumbbell bench press. No matter what variation of this exercise you're doing, it's going to help you build muscle and build strength and create a really strong physique. Again, with this exercise, in order to build muscle and create that stimulus, make sure that we're following a program and make sure that we're following some sort of progression, that we are progressing from week to week and getting stronger. That's going to create that stimulus, and that's going to tell our body that we need to build new tissue, build new strength, so you can get the outcomes of building more muscle that you're looking for when you're going to the gym. The 5th and final exercise on the 5 best exercises to build muscle, this is one that you might not think of, but I'm a huge fan of this exercise and all the different variations that come with this exercise. And the 5th exercise that I would choose is a toe to bar or some sort of variation of a hanging leg raise. Having a strong core is one of the most foundational things that you can do to prevent back injuries, to focus on getting stronger on your compound movements, and to really showcase a really strong six-pack is one of those things that a lot of people set out to do when they go into the gym. And the toe to bar or hanging leg raise variation of any kind is a great exercise to strengthen your abs and help carve out the six-pack. Why this exercise is so good is because it's not just an isolation exercise, and there's so much progression and variation that you can do so that you can keep making progress. That's one thing that you'll notice with all 5 of these exercises is they're very compound movements, and there's a lot of progression that you can do with each exercise by adding weight or more challenging variation of an exercise to create that stimulus for your body to grow. And the toes to bar is no exception. Now, say that you can't quite do a toes to bar. What I would recommend is starting off with a hanging knee raise. Start to master that. From there, you can progress to a hanging straight leg raise. From there, you can progress maybe to a hanging knee to elbow, and then finally try to get to that full toes to bar. This is a great exercise to strengthen your rectus abdominis, to really strengthen your grip strength, and really carve out your six-pack, which if you're looking at building muscle and building a strong physique, the core and the abs are one of the most foundational things that people think and really showcase a strong physique. And when you do toes to bar, you get strong at these movements and you really focus on those progressions, it's going to help you build muscle in your core, which is going to help you carve out that six-pack. Abs are a muscle just like any other muscle group. You need to focus on strengthening them, focus on picking more challenging variations and progressing exercises from week to week so that you can keep making progress and you can keep building muscle in your core, which is going to help your abs protrude and stick out a little bit more when you get to leaner body fat percentages. So those are my 5 exercises. If I could only have 5 for the rest of my life to build muscle, to have a really strong, functional, foundational physique, those are the 5 that I would choose. Let me know your 5 down in the comment section below. I'm interested in what 5 exercises you would choose if you could only have 5 exercises for the rest of your life. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't done so already, you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I post weekly fitness content to help you get in the best shape of your life. And if you're subscribed, you won't miss out on the content that I'm posting weekly. I just posted a full body workout the other day. If you missed that one, make sure to go check that one out. I'll leave the link up here in the top hand corner. Check that one out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.